Tara, as we're kind of talking through some of these jargon words, if I am an individual listening and I maybe rent or I live at home, like what kind of advice would you say to someone that might be thinking about starting that journey to homeownership, or how would they know if they're ready?
Yeah, so basically to kind of get started, one thing I would always start off with is just kind of finding out like where do you want to buy a home if you're thinking about buying it, so that you can get an idea of like the cost of a home. What are you looking at? Because every area is a little bit different.
Sure.
So I think starting there, do you have family or friends? Do you have a job you need to be near? Do you have schools you want to be in? Like what is kind of driving where you want to land on that first home purchase? But then I always think about that down payment, not just like the down payment itself, but how much is it going to cost you to live there, right? So if your payment is $1,000 a month and you're expecting a mortgage to be just say $2,000 or $2,500 a month, like pay yourself that difference so you can kind of see what it feels like to pay that mortgage.
That's really good advice.
Yeah, that's great.
But then can you still continue to do the things you want to do? Because we all have different lifestyles, right? Like some of us want to go to the movies every Friday night.
Or Starbucks every morning.
Exactly. Yep. You want to be able to continue to do the things that you want to do, even though you own a home.
Right.
And then I think it's also still important to be able to save even after that mortgage payment, because like we're talking about with homeowners insurance claims or anything like that, there are things that can happen that are outside of natural disasters that can just happen to the home. And you have to fix those now. So are you prepared?
Or maybe you just want your house to be a different color.
Exactly. Yep. Or you want to add a bedroom.
Yes.
Who knew paint was so expensive?
Yes, that is a true statement. And if you bought the bright pink house on the street, maybe you don't want it to be bright pink anymore.
Maybe not. Yes.
And that can be expensive to maybe have someone else paint it if you're not feeling comfortable doing it, depending on the size, things like that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. I think no matter what, we all just want to make our home our own, which just takes additional money. And so you want to be prepared for that too.
Absolutely. Individualized.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's a really good point for someone because I know when we were looking at our first house, like we had a newborn but like you said, schools, neighborhoods, jobs. I mean, there's a lot of different things to think about when you're picking out a neighborhood that you want to live in. And sometimes, well, don't get me wrong, there's neighborhoods I want to live in, but my budget does not allow that. So those are really good. That's a really kind of good list to like think about as you're going through that process.
Mm-hmm.
Affinity Plus is an equal housing lender and federally insured by the NCUA.